Monday, June 24th of 2024. Take roll, Mary Beth.
Bernstein, Johnson,
Here.
Keeper.
Here.
Stegmeyer, Westmeyer.
Here.
Weenan. Here. Renner.
Here, we have a quorum. Next is the pledge of allegiance. Sorry about that.
Okay.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, then let's go ahead to item number 24C-0245, reports of standing committees. We have no reports tonight. Let's move ahead to item number 24C-0246, citizens' comments not to exceed 15 minutes of an agenda item and not more than 3 minutes per speaker. And if you wish to address the council, step up to the podium and state your name and address.
Good evening, James Boho, Rocky Hill Road, Rice Township. I have been here many times before, and tonight I bring to you a plan that I've asked that you know about, and it just seems that anybody does. So I'm speaking about 4th Street and Highway 20, and there is a program across the country, everywhere, that actually started in Sweden in the 90s called Road to Zero or Vision Zero. I don't have time to go about this, but this plan is exactly what I'm speaking about. It is a plan that takes community problems on the roadway and solves them out. So it's by the Illinois State Police, there's fire police commissioners, the Office of a State Fire Marshal, the Secretary of State, everybody's behind this program. So I'll just give you my notes on that today, but I'd really appreciate you looking into that. I also am bringing forward tonight records that I found with the state of Illinois that date back to February 2nd, 2022, to a Michael Kuhn, District 2 Study Plans and Engineers from Beth Baranski. And her question is requesting safety information at the intersection of US 20 Decatur Street with Blackjack Road. And so this information that I know of, I stood here and I was at all the meetings and everything. This information was never brought forward. And James Baranski said that he went to the police, to the fire, to the EMS, and that he got statements from them about everything, but they were never shown this. Now, I've been there, I've done that, I've checked it out. So I don't have time to go over all this, but one of the examples on this guide is that in District 2, there's over 3,900 intersections that are rated and safety rated bad. Of those 3,900, only 37 of them have a critical rating. 4th Street and Highway 20 has that critical rating. So we're talking about less than 10%. This is a big deal. I don't understand why we're not going into it. These notes here that were given to the Baranskis also state the reason why, some of the reason why that's never been addressed up there. So I don't have time in 3 minutes to go over everything, but as we move along, evidence just keeps on turning up that was not brought forward, and evidence that was known and not brought forward. And the Baranskis were named partners by a woman who stood right here and said by the Parker program that she introduced and has Beth and Jim Baranski as partners to their program. And so I want to know why these notes and these things were never brought up to the community or were brought up here to the council or to the zoning committee. We have a senior member of the zoning committee who had these, who recused himself and never brought this up to the zoning committee. Now, I was here for that meeting, so I heard with my own meetings, and I came and I got recordings of those meetings. So would you please look into this matter for me? I'll leave you my 2 examples. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Joe.
You're welcome.
Good evening, Elisa Farrell, 505 South Bench Street, Galena, Illinois. I am up here to request that at your council meetings, you give us status reports on what's going on with regard to the Parker project. I get most of my information, unfortunately, from the Hush report in the Flash, when they let us know how much we've accrued in expenses to defend the Parker project. And I've been to the last two meetings and there's nothing ever given with regard to the status of it. And I think it's important for the citizens of Galena to know what's going on with the Parker project. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Is there anybody else at this time wishing to address the council? Okay, then let's move ahead with the meeting. We have no public hearings tonight. We have no liquor commission tonight, so let's move ahead to consent agenda CA 24-13. Do I have some type of a motion for that?
Make a motion to approve the consent agenda CA 24-13.
Okay. All right, been moved and second on the consent agenda CA 24-13. Any discussion on this, on the items? All person Tegner?
Thank you. I just want to say that I'm pleased to approve, as are the rest of us, I'm sure, the benefit and compensation packages and the pay raise for our police department lieutenants and chiefs. I think it's well earned and deserved, and I'm glad we got that through.
Anybody else have any comments on any of this? Take a roll call on that.
Johnson?
Yes.
Keeper?
Yes.
Tegmeyer?
Yes.
Westmeyer?
Yes.
Weenan?
Yes.
Renner?
Yes, motion carries. Let's move ahead then to unfinished business on item number 24C-0233. Discussion and possible action on an appeal by Mike Green of a decision by the Historic Preservation Commission regarding the demolition of a building at 100 Monroe Street. Do I have some type of a motion on that? Oh, what did you want to?
I just here to answer questions.
Okay, fine. You can sit down.
Okay.
Thanks, Mike. All right. I guess if you had anything to say, Mike, you probably should have said it during Sid's comment, but we
Yeah.
know you're in the audience, so if there's questions, we'll probably call upon you. All right, thanks, man. All right. Do I have any type of motion? Or person Gary Kiefer?
I move we approve an appeal by Mike Green of a decision by the Historic Preservation Commission regarding the demolition of a building at 100 Monroe Street, 24C-0233.
Second.
All right, it's been moved in second, item number 24C-0233. Discussion on person Gary Kiefer.
Yeah, the building is caving in, and what they're asking to do would cost thousands of dollars, so I don't see, I hate to go against the HPC all the time, but this one I think is a no-brainer. I think the building's caving in, so I don't think there's any hope for it.
Person Gary Wilson.
Well, the issue that I have, the building's falling down now, the roofs are, pictures on what we got this week, the roofs are all got big holes in them. It's in a flood zone. He puts in hundreds of thousands of dollars into that. And then we get a major flood. And that's what caused a lot of it to be the way it is now. And I just don't think that fixing that building up is gonna be worth the money.
Okay, all this person Cindy Tech.
I'm just, I understand and agree that it is in great disrepair. I'm concerned and questioning the validity of just tearing down that center building and not looking ahead to a future solve for that entire area being on a flood zone or floodplain, as you mentioned. So once again, I'm just curious if we're putting the cart before the horse because we didn't address this when it needed to be addressed years ago. It's been in, I've lived here 11 years. It's been in disrepair for that whole time. I know, that's all I know personally. So I'm just curious is how is that going to be done? Is that going to be done correctly? What does it do to the other buildings? Are the other buildings still in danger of the flood zone? Would it be better to solve the problem overall, keeping Mike's, business in mind and could the city help with that? Do we need to could we preserve some of the front to keep the historic thing in place for, a future park? So I'm just always concerned that when the decision's made and we're doing an appeal against the historic preservation committee, that we've thought through it to what end, to the next step. That's what I would challenge everyone with.
Cindy Johnson, do you have want to say something?
Well, I just do not agree with going against the Historic Preservation Committee. They are more professional in these matters, and I want to agree with what they say.
Alderperson Katie Reed.
I have a question for Mike. Yeah, ask him a question.
Come on, step up here.
Can you talk, it was on the last, meeting's agenda and then it got pulled. Can you talk a little bit about who you contacted for fixing it and costs and?
Contacted, not anybody to fix it, a salvage company, All American Reclaim. And they come in and salvage the materials that are there. And I know he said that he's had materials put back into the community here, which is what he's planning with that, but it's hard to get a yes or no out of these companies, because I don't, I can tell, well, we want to tear it down. Well, can you? We don't know yet. So I contacted that company. I talked to them today. He's gonna be out here again next weekend. And I got a few more numbers for different people. So,
Put you through the Westwood.
In a ballpark figure, how much do you think it would cost to fix it all up?
with nowadays prices and labor,
Yeah, just a ballpark.
300,000-400,000. I mean, the way the historic board said, they wanted the same height and everything. And upstairs, it's got a 20-foot ceiling up there. And it's the roof is the major part. Trying to get a new roof on there.
And so what would you do with if that building was torn down, what would
So
you?
we'd have to cap off the metal warehouse and just build a little shed around where our electrical comes in. And just, it'd be open there for now.
Yeah, I believe Cindy Tegmer, I'm sorry, Cindy Johns, I think she had.
Oh, sure. When you purchased the building, were you aware of its historic significance?
It wasn't such a big historic thing back when they purchased in the late 80s.
But you were aware that it had a
I wasn't,
historic,
I didn't start there till 95. It's my father's business.
it's your father's
Yeah,
business.
he's basically retired, so. But we've been working with the same company since 1991. Our spacers are in the highway. And the tractor supply, all the culverts are, it's all in there. You know, it's-
If
Okay,
you,
President Tegmer.
if you tear down the building, do you have the estimate for that cost? And then does it solve your problem? Or is it a bigger problem overall that you'd be looking to do your business somewhere else? And what happens to the material? So
Trying to find a place to do it is the problem. That's reasonably priced. Everything's crazy now,
right.
but
And do you know what it would cost when you talk to the people to tear it down? And is there did they just tear down and take all of the,
we're just gonna let them tear it down, take the materials they want.
and do you know the cost? Like, is that affordable as well?
No cost us.
Right?
Yeah, they're just gonna salvage the good timbers and, it's all hand hewn boards of timbers in there. So it's-
Okay, Cindy Johnson.
My point will be that there are several buildings in disrepair, right? That need to be, their historic significance that need to be renovated. So what precedent are we setting by letting you take your building down when other people would like to do that as
Yeah.
well? That's where I'm standing.
I don't want the building. I'd like the storage space, but it's beyond what we can afford to fix. It's just too much.
How many employees do you have over there?
We'll call it 2.5. Me and my cousin and my dad helps out when needed.
Alderperson Mingus.
Are you opposed to putting something besides metal on for like the cap?
No, I mean, they did the roof in the late 90s, early 2000s. If they would allow them to do metal back then, I wouldn't be here. It's that old roofing that, a couple years, that's done. It's just junk. But trying to be historically correct using the roll roofing is why we're here. It's just,
Okay, any other discussion? I have mixing, go ahead.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I would just caution us to not, throw the baby out with the bathwater and maybe work with you.
Yeah.
We work with you to find a solution, find some, I don't know, magical grant money. I know, I'm not talking out of turn, but
Yeah.
I would just hate to see, oh, well, it's tore down now and now we can't go back. We can't go back,
Yeah.
right? So I wouldn't want to approve to tear it down and not have the plan for the next steps in place,
Yeah.
right? And to have a company take away those materials that are historically significant that we could give to one of a half a dozen artists in town, and
Oh,
they
yeah.
could create a sculpture honoring that building.
Yeah.
Like, let's think outside the box. Let's not just tear our history down. And let's respect our present and what you need to keep your family business operational.
Yeah.
I don't think these decisions don't have to be either or.
Has any of the Galena Foundation, Community Foundation,
That's the first historic board meeting we went to. They tried to find something with, I guess, that I don't know what board it was. They said it was too far gone for them to want to take it on.
so right now you don't have anybody to help fund this?
No.
Any other questions from Michael this time? Okay, you can sit down, Mike.
Right.
Like I said, begin and say, I have mixed feelings here. I know it's in total disrepair, it's in a floodplain. It's circle board, so let them take down the backside, try to put something for the facade facing the river. Take it all, I know it's, and I'm kind of in agreement with what's been all said from each and like every one of you. It's a tough decision. If we could work with them, I know we've been trying to work with Mike, trying to find a place that he can move it in. And get them out of the floodplain because there's no way that they can do whatever he built there because it is a floodplain. Money wise, grant wise, haven't had much luck. So it's gonna be a tough decision. Anything else? Okay, right, let's go ahead.
I had a question for Mike, actually. How big is the building gonna be that has the electrical coming in? Is it a building or is it just a
It's just like
box?
more of a shed,
Pardon me?
more of a shed, maybe like a 10 by 10 right over in the corner.
Okay.
It's not real big, it's just where the main power comes in. It's all three phase, so it's like,
Would that be made out of that metal sheeting?
no, well, I mean, it's up to you guys. Metal sheeting or use some of the original materials that we could take now.
Yeah, depending on which way this phone goes. Now, Mike, say it would be allowed to take down that section. What type of time frame we talking about?
The company that I talked to, he's not 100% sure, but he said that he's interested. He's waiting to hear the decision from the night. He's gonna be out here next week and looking it over again, but it wouldn't be till beginning of next year, so like next spring maybe.
That long?
Yeah.
Mr. Mayor,
I want to push
one more question. What happens if we turn it down? Or if we agree with the HPC and what's gonna happen to it? It's just gonna cave in? Probably not.
Is it okay to tell him about the offer from the city?
Well, there is no offer.
No? Okay.
Wow. Okay, discussion? I don't know what to say to that.
Thanks, Mike. You answered my questions.
help me.
Okay, like I said, this sort of works, and they can take down the backside, keep the facade. Might cost you some money, to put the facade back out. So,
Mr.
I
Mayor,
can't hear you.
can you verify what a yes vote would be to disagree with the HPC?
what happened?
A yes vote would disagree with the HPC, right?
Well, that's what would go, if you made a motion to approve the appeal by the application, now, yes, what would be in his favor, if you go
Okay.
ignore the, no, then it would be by what the HPC has directed.
Okay.
All right. Is there any other discussion at this time? All right, like I said, everybody understand the motion? All right, take it over there, Deb.
Keeper,
Yes.
Tegmeyer,
No,
Westmeyer,
Yes.
Weenan,
Yes.
Johnson,
No,
Renner.
Do we need a majority vote on that? We got it with 3-2 vote.
Mhm.
Yeah, we got it. So the motion passes.
Tear it down.
All right. Saying that, let's move ahead to new business. Under item number 24C-0234. First reading of an ordinance declaring surplus property and the sale of the property 403 South Main Street. Since that's motion on that.
Mr. Mayor, I'll make a motion to approve the first reading, waive the second reading of an ordinance declaring surplus property and the sale of the property at 403 South Main Street, 24C-0234.
Second.
All right, been second by, motion made by Alderperson Westmeyer, second by Alderperson Weenan. Any discussion on the ordinance as written? Alderperson Cindy Taylor.
I'm sorry. I lost my place in all my papers and my thing.
That's all right.
Hold on one second. I just, in looking at the ordinance for this, I realized that the decision was made at the last meeting. But part of the ordinance is that we've collectively determined that the continued ownership of the subject property is no longer necessary, appropriate, required for the use of, profitable to, or for the best interest of the city. And I just, or whatever it's worth, would like to say that I don't think that those things have been determined, and not only waiving the first reading, but waiving the second reading without a full council here and without a full council when the decision was made, I think is not the best process.
Okay, Cindy. All right, any other discussion, any other comments?
I have a question with this.
Go ahead.
This is just determining, sorry. This is just determining that we are willing to sell the property. It has no determination right now how we're doing that, correct? Or,
Correct.
right?
Any other questions? Any other comments? All right, take roll call.
Tegmeyer,
No,
Westmeyer,
Yes.
Weenan,
Yes.
Johnson,
No,
Keeper,
Yes.
Renner.
Yes, motion carried. Let's move ahead then to item number 24C-0235. Discussion and possible action on expanding the curbside yard waste collection program to cover the months of May to November. Do I have a motion? Alderperson Cindy Taylor.
hi, I make a motion to approve the action of expanding the curbside yard waste collection program to cover the months of May through November. Item 24C-0235.
second.
All right, it's been moved and seconded on item number 24C-0235. Any discussion? Cindy?
I just think it makes a lot of sense. Thank you for getting it on the very next agenda and putting it in motion. It would be, just so that people know, it's the last Tuesday of each month. We won't start in June because that's tomorrow. So it will be effective July 30th, which will be the last Tuesday in July. You can put your yard waste out in paper bags. You can get paper bags at Gassers or Walmart.
They have to call for a pickup. They'll have to call for a pickup.
Oh, you do?
Yeah, it'd be run the same way like we do in the spring and the fall. You can set it out.
And you
Call.
have to call for pickup. I wanted to add.
And they have to bundle up the,
Yeah. So I mean, it's under basically the same premises they have. So-
Okay, thank you for that.
So that the city or the trucks, know where it's going.
Okay.
All right, I too would agree with this. Anything else on that? All right, take your call.
Westmeyer,
yes.
Weenan,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Keeper,
Yes.
Segmeyer,
Yes.
Renner.
Yes, motion carries. Let's move ahead then to item number 24C-0236. Discussion and possible action on the contract for engineering design services with Orion Design for the Dodge Street Utilities Improvement Project. Some type of a motion, all person taking
I make a motion to approve a contract for engineering design services with Origin Design for the Dodge Street Utilities Improvement Project, item number 24C-0236.
Second.
All right, the move second item number 24C-0236. Discussion on the person winning.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate. It kind of delays some of the paving projects, but I think I appreciate Matt's tenacity to get some of these bigger problems done, so.
All the person, anybody else, all the person, Jerry, you got anything you want to say? Do the second.
No, it's something that needs to be done, so I.
Yeah. Well, we've had a lot of breaks up there, and I know the residents up in that general area, would like to see a new water main and a sewer main.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, any other discussion? Take roll call, Mary Beth.
Weenan,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yes.
Keeper,
Yes.
Segmeyer,
Yes.
Westmeyer,
Yes.
Renner.
Yes, motion carries. Let's move ahead then to item number 24C-0237. Discussion and possible action on a contract with MSA Professional Services Incorporated for the engineering design service for the Madison Street Stairway Project. There's some type of motion on this.
Make a motion to approve a contract with MSA Professional Services Inc. for engineering design services for the Madison Street Survey Project. Item number 24C-0237.
I second that.
Then seconded by Alderperson Johnson. Discussion. Katie, Dane?
Thankful it came in under what we had budgeted. That's nice. It's not much to it.
Yeah, no, that's true. And we'll have a little help. We got part of it in the budget for the engineering design. The foundation may be interested in helping us, but it won't take place till 2025. Okay. All right. If you go into further discussion. Take roll call, Mary Beth.
Johnson,
Yes.
Keeper,
Yes.
Segmeyer,
Yes.
Westmeyer.
Yes.
Weenan,
Yes.
Renner.
Yes, motion carries. Move ahead then, item number 24C-0238. Discussion and possible action on the resolution approving a contract extension with U.S. Water Utility Service or Utility Group for water and sewer operations and maintenance. Some type of motion on that. Alderperson Jerry Westmeyer.
I'll make a motion to approve the resolution approving a contract extension with USW Utility Group for water and sewer operations and maintenance, 24C-0238.
Second.
All right, so move second on number 24C-0238. Discussion, Jerry.
I think they do a very good job and, I think they're trying harder than anybody else trying to get our water down, the leaks down and finding where all the water is going. I think they're doing a good job on that.
Katie, anything more in your second? Anybody here, any comments? Yeah, I think they do a pretty good job. If you for an extension, you need for another 5 years. All right, take roll call on that.
Johnson,
Yes.
Keeper,
Yes.
Segmeyer,
Yes.
Westmeyer.
Yes.
Weenan,
Yes.
Renner.
Yes, motion carries. So we had then item number 24C-0239, discussion and possible action on the A resolution approving Illinois Environmental Protection Agency requirement language for contract operating services with U.S. Water Utility Group. Is there a motion for that? Or person to read?
I make a motion to approve action on a resolution approving Illinois Environmental Protection Agency required language for the contract operating services with USW Utility Group, item number 24C0239.
Okay, got a second?
Second.
All right, the move second on item 24C-0239. Any discussion on that? Pretty standard state law. All right. Take roll call, Mary Beth.
Keeper,
Yes.
Tegmeyer,
Yes.
Westmeyer.
Yes.
Weenan,
Yes.
Johnson,
yes,
Renner.
Yes, motion carries. Let's move ahead then to item number 24C-0240. It's the water and sewer operations and maintenance monthly report from U.S. Water. And tonight we have Andrew here. Andy.
All right, good evening. Thank you for the opportunity to be here. My name is Andrew Schuler. And this report covers the U.S. water operation maintenance for the city of Galena water and sewer system for the month of May. The wastewater treatment plant treated 25 million or 25.4 million gallons in May. The wastewater plant is operating properly. Water, we produce 15.835 million gallons, and we have billing of 52.3. The budget looked good for May. O&M is a little higher, but all our electricity costs and everything else is going down, so we're trying to keep that in check. We're going to start flushing hydrants after letting copper samples are started and collected. Continue helping 5-Star with flood line replacements, and then help highway fishers with Highway 20 project. I think they just have one more block from Hickory to Summit, and I think they'll be done with the water mains. So the light is at the end of the tunnel with that. So this is the end of the report from May, and I'd be happy to answer any questions. Clarification.
Does anybody have any questions for Andrew at this time?
Where
Oh, the presentation.
are we at with the replacement pumps? I think we're gonna try some commercial buildings, the larger ones, to build them in, or?
We did just receive the 20 meters, I believe. So we just got this off the wastewater plant. I've been meaning to talk to Sue, but she's out of the office. So
Are we gonna like specifically track those 20 when they get in and then that?
that's my objective, yeah.
Okay.
So their program should be able to monitor those and print off individual reports and like graph it, compare what it was the previous years.
Mhm. Okay, thanks.
Okay. Anything else for Andrew at this time? Thank you, Andrew. Thank you, man.
Thank you. Thank you for another 5 years.
Okay. All right, let's move ahead to item number 24C-0241. It's some warrants. Do I have a motion on pushing city pay?
I make a motion to approve the warrants item 24C-0241.
All right, do I have a second?
Second.
The move second on item number 24C-0241, the warrants. Any questions on any of the bills? All right. If no questions, take roll on that.
Tegmeyer,
Yes.
Westmeyer,
Yes.
Weenan,
Yes.
Johnson,
yes,
Keeper,
Yes.
Renner.
Yes, motion carries. Let's move ahead to item number 24C-0242. All the persons comments, all the person Katie Weenan,
Nothing today.
all the person Jerry Westmeyer.
Nothing. Mayor.
All right, all the person Cindy Tegmeyer.
I just want to say, yeah, I'm sorry about Saturday's weather. I had nothing to do with it, and I'm sorry for all the cancellations. And for those that are paying attention, the center line on West Street up towards Gear will be painted soon. And we're gonna probably do one out as you enter Rec Park, just so people stay in their lane. So that's happening. Yard waste, we talked about. Can I ask a question during my comments really quick? When you call for a pickup, do you have to call by a certain time? Like
What?
24 hours, 48 hours a week,
If you can do it by the day before. We'll-
24 hours minimum, please, everyone, by, I wasn't even gonna call it all. Okay, so that's good.
And just add call City Hall.
Call City Hall.
105, okay.
Okay, and I just want to thank everybody who has been participating in these meetings, either in person, or I've gotten comments and calls from people who do watch the YouTube recordings. I feel like perhaps I'm declining in popularity. I'm okay with that, but I will continue working towards transparency in decision-making. And I believe that we as the city should be easily able to answer why decisions are made or why decisions are reversed, and that why shouldn't be based on personal opinion, outside bias, influence, or personal gain. I challenge the citizens and the fellow council members here to become informed and stay informed and be skeptical of some of the sources that we heard about, like in public comments of getting our information and our facts from social media or sharing of editorials. So I just would like to continue to be transparent in what we're doing and why we're doing it. And I challenge everyone else to work with us towards that, so that we're basing our decisions on factual information and what makes sense to do.
Okay, thank you, Cindy.
Thank you.
Cindy Johnson.
I would like to work toward the possibility of giving the public 60 days notice before the council spends, let's say, $50,000 outside the budget for an item that's not an emergency.
Okay, anything else?
No, that's it. I'm sorry.
Alderperson Jerry Keeper.
Nothing tonight, Your Honor.
Thank you. All right, then let's move ahead to item number 24C-0243. City Administrators Report, Mark.
Thank you. Just one item tonight. We've been seeing some really impressive numbers with our shuttle service this year, which is good news. We've already provided 1,400 rides just in the month of June. And that's a 80% increase on Saturday service, 280% increase on Sundays, and a 400% increase on the lodging route. So thank you to Joliet County Transit and Galena Chamber of Commerce, who really worked hard to kind of build the system pre-season and do some good advertising of it. Thank you.
All right. We have item number 24C-0244, Mayor's Report. Cindy, I don't know if the rain hurt the wine thing or not, because there was a good crowd there all day.
Well, they kept the tents because
Yeah.
the balloon people lost their party, so they were
Yeah, the
busy.
blue people, that's
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
I feel sorry for them too. But it was a good afternoon, even though the weather didn't cooperate. And I just want to thank all the staff who work for the city and everybody that works on it all the time. A lot of times, we forget to thank everybody, but everybody seems to be pulling together and try to keep the town looking great and things working correctly. Saying that, let's move ahead to 24C-0245, adjournment. I'll entertain a motion for adjournment.
I would like,
You moved, audit person, Jerry West, Keeper, second by
second, yeah.
Cindy Johnson. All right, take roll call.
Westermeyer,
Yes.
Weenan,
Yes.
Johnson,
Yeah.
Keeper,
Yes.
Tegmeyer,
Yes.
Brenner.
Yes, motion carries. We are adjourned and thank you all.
Thank you.
Those different questions that we have to deal with sometimes.